infinite silence of the universe, humanity is beginning to realize that we may not be alone. Strange signs appear scattered across space. Methane existing against the rules in distant atmospheres, subsurface oceans hidden beneath thick ice on frozen moons, and repeating radio signals with structures that nature can scarcely produce. On Mars, traces of ancient water tell the story of a world that was once alive. On Europa and Enceladus, plumes of water erupt like whispers from an unseen ocean. Farther still, some stars emit unusual amounts of infrared radiation, prompting scientists to ask, are these merely natural phenomena, or the remnants of civilizations that have learned to harness the energy of an entire star? Perhaps extraterrestrial life does not announce itself loudly, but quietly leaves traces, waiting for the day we are intelligent enough to realize that the universe may have always been watching us in return.
Welcome to Parallel Frontiers, where imagination meets science.
If this journey moves you, please subscribe, like, and comment.
If right now, extraterrestrial life has already left traces, but we are not knowledgeable enough to recognize them, what if? For decades, telescopes have not only seen planets, but have also detected strange signals, oceans hidden deep beneath ice, and chemical signatures that challenge every natural law. The frightening thing is not that we have not yet found aliens, but the possibility that they have been there for a very long time, and the universe is whispering, waiting for us to know how to listen. Chemical signatures. In the search for extraterrestrial life, scientists are not looking for organisms, but for the traces that life leaves behind. One of the most important indicators is oxygen. On Earth, oxygen cannot persist for long unless it is continuously produced by living organisms. Therefore, when oxygen appears in high concentrations in the atmosphere of a distant planet, it is no longer an ordinary discovery. But what truly puts scientists on alert is methane. This gas is easily destroyed by starlight, and if it still exists in large quantities, there must be some source constantly replenishing it. When oxygen and methane coexist, the universe seems to be breaking its own rules. Modern telescopes have begun to read the atmospheres of exoplanets like an ancient code. Each molecule is a character, and sometimes those characters come together to form a chilling question. Is this lifeless chemistry, or the breath of a living world? Water and subsurface oceans. In the cold universe, water is not just a liquid, it is the key to life. Anywhere scientists find liquid water immediately becomes a focal point of attention. On Mars, dried up riverbeds and fossilized lake basins tell the story of a planet that was once warmer, wetter, and may have once supported microbial life. But Mars is not the only world that carries memories of water. Beneath ice layers tens of kilometers thick on Europa and Enceladus, scientists believe there are dark subsurface oceans, deeper than any ocean on Earth. There, water is kept warm not by sunlight, but by tidal energy and heat from the planetary core. More troubling still, Enceladus has erupted plumes of water containing organic compounds directly into space, as if a hidden ocean were trying to reveal itself. If life can exist without light, then perhaps we have vastly underestimated the number of living worlds in the universe. Strange signals and radio waves. When life cannot be seen, humanity begins to listen to the universe. Giant radio telescopes are built not to search for shapes, but to search for patterns. Amid the chaotic sea of cosmic noise, short, powerful signals sometimes appear, repeating with unsettling precision. They are known as fast radio bursts, coming from galaxies billions of light years away. Some of them appear only once and then vanish forever, like a knock on the door that is never repeated.
That's not
what
possible.
Confuses scientists is not that the universe emits waves, but the way they are emitted. Some signals carry structure, rhythm, and energy far beyond what natural processes can easily explain. From the SETI project to modern observatories, the question keeps returning. Are these merely physical phenomena not yet fully understood, or the efforts of a civilization trying to cross the terrifying distances between the stars? If someone is sending signals, perhaps the most frightening thought is they have been sending them for a very long time, and we are only just beginning to learn how to hear them. Geological signatures. Not all traces of life come from the sky. Sometimes the answer lies within the very structure of a planet. Scientists search for geological signs that lifeless nature would struggle to produce on its own. On Earth, life leaves very specific imprints: disrupted carbon isotope ratios, minerals that form only in biological environments, and microscopic structures resembling fossils of ancient microorganisms. When similar signs appear elsewhere,
These layered
they immediately
sedimentary
become a major
formations,
source of
rich in
suspicion.
clay and sulfate
On
salts,
Mars,
provide
probes have
compelling
discovered
evidence of
sedimentary layers, clay minerals, and salts, all indicating that water once existed stably for long periods of time. Some rock formations have shapes that force scientists to ask, are these merely the result of random geology, or the remnants of life that vanished billions of years ago? If life once emerged and was later erased by climate change or cosmic catastrophes, that planet may appear completely dead today. But deep within ancient rock layers, the past is still recorded, like a silent diary, waiting for someone patient enough to read it. Unusual energy signatures. When life is no longer just microbial, but potentially intelligent, the traces it leaves behind are no longer found in rock or water, but in energy. Scientists call these traces technosignatures, the technological fingerprints of an intelligent civilization. For decades, projects like SETI have listened to the universe, searching for structured radio waves, signals that are not chaotic or random, but carry order and rules.
How are they maintaining synchronization across all bands?
At the same
It's not
frequency,
random.
from the same
Look at the
direction,
fractal structure.
is something nature finds
I'm
very
isolating
difficult to
the signal.
produce. Beyond radio waves, scientists also search for laser pulses, or extremely brief yet extremely powerful flashes of light, which could be used as cosmic beacons. In the near emptiness between stars, an intentional beam of light would stand out like an unmistakable greeting. Of course, not every strange signal is evidence of extraterrestrial intelligence.
Chaos.
The universe is still full of phenomena humanity does not yet fully understand. But every time an unexplainable signal appears, the old question returns, clearer than ever. If someone is transmitting, what are they trying to say? Megascale artificial structures. When a civilization advances to the point where it no longer depends on its home planet, it may begin to harness its parent star itself. This is where the boldest hypotheses emerge, most famously the Dyson sphere and the Dyson swarm. Rather than building a single massive structure, a civilization could surround a star with millions of energy-collecting satellites, forming a dense network. If such a system existed, the star would no longer
Look at the
shine
light
normally,
curve. It's
but
dropping
instead emit excess
exponentially.
infrared radiation.
That's impossible.
Thermal light that is difficult
Run the
to explain
diagnostics
through
again.
natural processes. For many years, astronomers have detected certain stars that dim unusually or emit energy spectra that do not match any known physical models. While every explanation is examined with great care, one question quietly persists. Is this merely cosmic dust, or the trace of structures far beyond human imagination? Of course, as of now, all of this remains hypothetical.
Look at the
There is no
oscillation
confirmed
frequency.
evidence that
It's
any
reversing
star-scale
polarity.
artificial structures exist. But in
That
a universe
contradicts
so
everything
vast
we
as to
know
be
about
almost
stellar phenomena.
incomprehensible, assuming that only a single civilization has ever dreamed of such feats, may itself be an assumption that is too bold. Unidentified aerial phenomena. In recent years, a new term has gradually replaced the familiar word UFO. UAP, unidentified aerial phenomena. This change is not meant to create mystery, but to emphasize an important point. These are unexplained phenomena, not evidence of extraterrestrial beings. Some recorded UAPs appear capable of sudden acceleration, near instantaneous changes in direction, and movement without any signs of engines or propulsion
The
exhausts.
acceleration
These
curve is
maneuvers
off the
far
charts.
exceed the
It
capabilities
just
of aircraft,
stops and reverses
drones,
direction
or
instantly.
any publicly
These aren't
known
physics as
aerospace
we know them.
technology today. What makes scientists cautious is that many of these phenomena cannot be fully explained by sensor interference, atmospheric effects, or observational errors. However, the inability to explain something does not imply an extraterrestrial origin. The history of science has repeatedly shown that today's mysteries can become tomorrow's common knowledge.
Confirming that reading,
Therefore,
Lieutenant.
UAPs remain in a gray area between science and hypothesis. They are not evidence of extraterrestrial life, but a reminder that even in Earth's familiar skies, we still do not fully understand everything that is happening above us. Microbial life in the solar system. In the search for extraterrestrial life, the closest place may also be the most unexpected, our own solar system. Instead of distant civilizations, scientists are asking a more modest but practical question. Could microbial life be existing right next to us? Mars is the first target. Dried up riverbeds, ancient lake basins, and minerals formed in water indicate that the red planet once had stable conditions for microbial life to emerge. If life ever existed there, it may now lie hidden deep beneath the surface, sheltered from radiation and extreme cold. Farther out, Europa, a moon of Jupiter, conceals a vast salty ocean beneath a thick ice shell. Heat from tidal forces could create environments similar to hydrothermal vents on Earth's ocean floor, where life can exist without sunlight. Enceladus, a small moon of Saturn, goes even further by ejecting water containing organic compounds directly into space. This allows probes to taste its subsurface ocean without drilling through the thick ice. And then there is Titan, a strange world with rivers and lakes of methane and complex prebiotic chemistry. Though unlike Earth,
As we
Titan may
explore
demonstrate
these
that life does
distant
not
worlds,
necessarily
we
have to
must
follow
ask,
the rules we are familiar with.
the force of Earth's sun ignited.
Amino acids and organic compounds. Before life can exist, the first building blocks must come first. And what is astonishing is this: the universe appears to have prepared them everywhere. In many meteorites that have fallen to Earth, scientists have discovered amino acids, the basic components that make up the proteins of all living organisms. These molecules were not created on Earth, but formed in the cold depths of space, even before our planet was born. Far beyond that, radio telescopes have detected complex organic molecules drifting within interstellar clouds, regions where new star systems are forming. These compounds suggest that prebiotic chemistry is not rare, but a natural part of the universe. If the ingredients of life can form on their own in the near emptiness of space, then the question is no longer whether life exists beyond Earth, but where and in what form. Perhaps the universe has never been as barren as we once believed. From tiny molecules drifting through space to oceans hidden deep beneath ice, from mysterious radio signals to hypotheses about civilizations harvesting stellar energy, all of it leads us to the same conclusion: the universe is not silent. Perhaps we have not yet found extraterrestrial life, not because it does not exist, but because we are only beginning to learn how to ask the right questions. Each new discovery opens another possibility, while also reminding us that humanity remains very small compared to the scale of the universe. And if one day the true answer finally appears, perhaps the greatest change will not be to the universe, but to how we see ourselves. Until then, the search continues, in silence, in curiosity, and in the hope that we are not alone.